Hi there, can you hear me?
There you are. Can you hear me?
Yes.
How are you doing today?
I guess I'm doing okay. So far, I've dodged the COVID-19 bullet, so I'm feeling lucky. Okay. How you doing?
About the same.
Okay.
I've dodged everything so far. So,
How's the robot coming along?
I actually haven't worked on it in the past couple of weeks. I got sidetracked doing some ham radio stuff.
Oh, okay.
So it's one of those projects that I'm not really doing it for anybody but me. So if I stop doing it, it doesn't really matter.
Nobody complains, huh?
Yeah. And you were I don't know if you met Mark West or not. Um,
Mark,
he had a we were doing a robot for him, but
what was the last name?
West.
I met a Mark.
Yeah, you may have met Mark West. I'm not sure if you were there or not, but
He's not recent, right? He's been around for a couple of years.
Maybe a year.
Is he the Mark that has the house that's all outfitted with all kinds of automation?
No.
Okay, must be a different Mark.
Yeah, I think you're thinking of somebody else. But we had done a robot that he wanted to do, and a couple of days ago he said he called me and said that there was a guy with a solar panel that could track the sun, and we went down there and saw that. That was actually pretty cool. It was kind of neat. A little jerky, but it was huge. It was way bigger than I thought it would be.
I mean, the panels were big, or
the whole thing, the whole setup that he had was big. He had 8 panels on this thing. I wish I had I might be able to do a video if I can find the link.
It was mounted on a house or mounted on the ground, or what?
It's mounted on the ground. But even in the video, it doesn't look as big until you get next to it. It was pretty big. Hi, Mr. Jim.
Hey,
hello.
Jim.
Howdy.
How you doing?
Doing good.
Black hat and black shirt. Okay, that's cool.
That's my normal outfit.
And he's hiding in a black room.
Yeah.
That's well, the black hat, yeah, but black shirt, is that usually your usual outfit? Usually you have a jacket on. Usually you have a light jacket, a tan jacket on.
It comes, it goes.
Okay.
It's a crapshoot.
It's kind of a Johnny Cash kind of outfit, right?
Burning ring of fire.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you got me now. Oh.
I put a link to a video of that solar panel in the chat room.
Oh, by the way, can you publish the chat room, because we lose that once we go off the
Yeah, I suppose I could put it on our Wix page or something.
Or yeah, some way, so that particularly when you've posted links there.
Yeah, you're right. I've got them all. I've got every one of the chat transcripts. So.
Oh, cool.
You know, our our raccoon transcript, that probably wouldn't be a good one to publish, but I could publish the good ones. Our raccoon lives matter or whatever that was.
Is this noise? Is the noise? Is the noise the thing that moves the motor moving the solar panel?
Probably. Yeah. Yeah, that.
Show us your picture.
I wasn't real sure if.
Oh, cool.
Wasn't real sure if that would work. Pan and tilts.
So what's the scale on that thing anyway? Is that 4 feet wide, 6 foot wide, 8 foot wide?
It's probably 6 foot. Each one of those panels is probably 2 foot across.
Ah.
It's probably, I don't know, 6 foot. It's hard to tell how high it actually was because it was up in the air. It's probably 6 to 8 foot in height. He said those are just standard solar panels that he's moving, but the pipe that's holding it in there has to be. It doesn't look like it in the video, but it has to be at least 10 inches.
The pipe?
The pipe, yeah, it's huge. It's got all the hydraulics in it and stuff. It's huge.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's got hydraulics controlling the rotation and the elevation. So it's an impressive setup. I think that video was probably early in the testing of it because it looks a little different than that in person, but close enough.
Have you actually seen it physically or just?
Yeah, we went down there, was it yesterday? It was either yesterday or the day before. Went down there and saw it. It's pretty impressive.
I got to turn the sound up. The lawn guy just showed up to mow, so I'm fighting the.
Like Kenny's trying to get in.
Oh, there he is. Yeah. Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Kenny.
So Kenny's recording stuff now, and he's got a 32 gigabyte SD card in his TV recorder. And I was looking at the book today, or the ad today for that thing, and it will take up to a 2 terabyte USB drive. So you're good.
So
Well, I got
what's
some
the recorder?
TV.
Oh, okay.
Good news and bad news. I was on it the other night, going real quick, click, 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 and it got it all confused.
I had to
So
reboot.
I had to take everything apart and start all over again.
Oh, man.
Oh man, we're good.
Did you have to reset up everything, re-record, set up the schedule?
Nope, it was all there.
Oh, okay.
Yep, it was all there. But
So,
somehow I went too quick,
Uh,
so I got to slow down.
so
the
what brand is it? What brand is it?
I'm not sure.
it's that Kawabaki brand. Let's see. I had eBay up just a minute ago. There it is. Did I get that from eBay?
I thought you got it on Amazon.
Yeah, you're probably right. It was Amazon.
I got yeah, I got it.
Okay. It's a Mediasonic, and there are varieties of them. This one has the TV tuner and media player all built into one with the 64 gig SD card max and the 2 terabyte USB. Actually, it's not SD, it's USB memory card or USB disk drive.
Yep. That's it.
So that 29, that $30 includes the 2 terabyte drive?
No.
No.
Oh yeah, it did.
Okay. You could just plug in a 2 terabyte drive. Is that the deal?
Yep, plug it in the USB port.
Cool. I will have to get one of those.
It's awful cheap. It's hard to resist that price.
Well, particularly since Kenny's already done the alpha testing for us.
Yeah, it looks like they may be susceptible to temperature extremes. If you let them get too hot, have a tendency to overheat. So you want to make sure they're kept out in the open and that sort of thing. But other than that, they seem to be pretty good.
Yeah, I got a program. I like the TV program called I Survive, and it comes on at 6, 7, 8, 9 Sunday morning. So I've got that whole episode, individual hours logged out, and it picks it up perfectly. And then I play them back during the week. But it's nice.
It'll turn itself on and start recording. It's got a built-in tuner, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So this goes to over the air. You attach an antenna to it, or what?
Yes. Yeah. You have an antenna, rabbit ears, and then you take those and plug it into it, and then you take that and you got another cord that goes into your TV, and then you got HDMI cable that goes into your TV into this box here, and you program your TV and turn it over to the box, and then you take it from there.
Ah.
So it's like you're actually using HDMI to transport the program onto your card. So yeah, it records it onto a little thumb thing, so you're good to go.
By the way, it's in the discussion group, the Wix discussion group discussion area. If you want to look at the information, it is there.
What date in the Wix?
There's a list of them. It's not that hard to find. It's about number 6 or 7 in the
Okay.
list.
They're in there chronologically?
They're by date.
Okay.
What you been doing, Leroy? Anything?
Other than going down there and looking at that thing, I got my new ham pager, and I've been playing with it. And
Ham pager?
yeah, ham radio
Oh.
paging.
What does it page over?
So this little box, this little hotspot, is capable of sending pages. So it's a group in a ham radio group in Germany who came up with oh, don't fall, stay put, you're expensive, sort of. They came up with the unified pager paging network, and so pretty much anywhere that anybody that's got one of these little devices and sets it up on their network, if I'm traveling around, I'll get pages from this little device. So it's not big in America yet, but it is a big deal in Europe. And that's all of their paging network there in, I don't know if I can make that bigger. Go to full map. But now it doesn't show. There they are. So that's all the pagers that are in their area. And if we kind of scroll over here to the US, we see that
looks spotty.
that we're not big adapters of this technology yet.
Yeah,
And even,
that's really spotty.
And even here, there's only 2 of us in Ohio doing it. 3 of us. Oh, there's a new one. And I'm not showing up on the map today. That's kind of interesting.
How dare them?
Anyway, so the idea though is, you could travel around anywhere inside this country and pretty much get a page because it overlaps and whatever.
I don't think the coverage is that good where really those don't overlap. Spread those out again.
They overlap more than you would think.
What's the coverage area? If it's like 10 miles, I believe you have better chance. But if it's a mile, then coverage is not going to be that good.
It looks like it's predominantly Germany.
Yeah, these little hotspots are only what is it, quarter of a watt, so that it's probably not that great. But
only when you're nearby them, really, it would be. It looks like it's hit and miss. Maybe in some of the big cities. That looks good. If the coverage were 50 miles, that would be good coverage.
Well, they don't show what your transmitter is on this map. Some of those transmitters are actually high power transmitters. So you can do a that's not what I want. Anyway, there's a page on there that tells how to build out a higher power transmitter, and you put a good antenna on instead of stupid little antenna.
Show coverage overlays. Coverage overlays. I like that down there. Coverage overlays to the right. To the right. Way over their actions. That'll tell us maybe.
Are you sure? This could take some time. There's 140 transmitters.
Is this a paid service or free?
It's free. Of course, you got to buy the pager. I got a pager from China for $70. Actually showed up in about 2 weeks. I was kind of surprised.
Hey, you may have to let that one cook for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. That's probably why it said, "Are you sure you want to do this?"
Yeah. That's okay. We'll let it cook. We got time.
I'll kind of watch it. But from that same page, I can send myself a page. So if I and the pages happen pretty fast. I'm going to click on send page here in a second. Okay, I'm clicking on send page. I don't know. It says test to new pager. And across this little screen, it also said test to new pager because this is, it's connected to the internet and it gets the page, and that's it. That's all I know. I wish I knew stuff, but I don't know anything.
My project this week was I put one of my motorcycle headlights down at the barn looking out down the North 40 and put it on a timer, that Woods timer that we selected that for you to look at, Art. And then I decided I'd be smart since I have my new access point. I would put an IO2 puck out there, IoT puck out there, and just control the headlight from it. And I thought that would be a good idea. And I plugged it in and blue light came on, everything was great. I plugged it in, everything was great. And the next day it was misbehaving or something. And I go to try to talk to it and my software is a little berserk and it never comes up again. So there's something going on as far as connectivity out to the barn, which is about 75 feet away. So going to investigate that. I went back to my manual timer, my Woods digital timer to time that. So that was my latest excursion. Those motorcycle headlights are very good spots. If you want to spotlight somebody, they create a mean spot. And if you want to irritate somebody, you can also use it because it has a blink mode. Yeah. Oh yeah, it blinks 20 or 30 cycles per second, and it's quite irritating.
Does the bulb actually follow that?
It's a LED.
Oh, okay. So that shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, it does follow it. It's very irritating. And if you had dyslexia or something like that, I'm sure it would put you out, put you down. I had it inadvertently because the way it works is it's made for a motorcycle. Okay, so if you turn the light on, you get a headlight and low. And if you push the button, you cycle it, just push it one time, it'll go into blink mode. And you push it again, it'll go into high beam. And you push again, it goes into low beam. you see, and it cycles. And if you have an inadvertent power cycle, you'll end up in blink mode. Very irritating. But it's pretty cool. It's excellent spotlight at about 100 feet. It's a nice spotlight. You get about 12, 15-foot diameter spot.
Is it pretty white in terms of color balance?
Yeah, it's pretty white. It's probably a little bit hot. I'd call it a hot color.
Okay.
But yeah.
You ready to see this, Jim?
Okay.
Oh, you brought it up? Okay.
I stopped it from rendering 140 and just did a smaller section.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
I don't know what the red means. There's a lot of red like right over here. I don't know if that is good, but it looks like a lot of these are overlapping with the yellow and those two. Now
I think you're going to be dead in between most of those, except maybe those 3 that are ganged in a city up there, and the 2 between the 2.
I don't know because I don't.
Yeah, the green.
This yellowish area.
Yeah, this in between where you're at now. That's a dead zone. Yeah, that's a dead zone. See there, that's a dead zone. It's just right around the cone.
Okay.
So it's not big coverage. So it's kind of like spotty coverage.
The page has become unresponsive. Yes, I'm sure it has.
Been there, done that.
It
Happens a lot over here. Just saying.
well it actually that was one of the warnings was this page might just stop working. Yeah, it did. Okay, I killed it. Can you imagine what that would have been like with 140 of those things trying to render out?
Now, I would like to, what would be way cool if they did the pass through on the little transmitters. That would be cool.
Pass through, like
Pass through where it hops through. It could hop through to the next unit.
well, that's what it does.
Oh, cool. So if you had somebody near, it would hop through to the next device.
When I sent that page to myself, every pager that was subscribed to US got the page. So the people over in Germany didn't get the page because I'm in America. But everybody in the US all got the page about the same time.
Well, what I was thinking, what I was trying to say probably was that if the receiver retransmitted the message wherever you were, yeah, that'd be cool.
Well, that's a different project though.
Yeah.
That
would expand your area, and you'd have a map that would wander about.
You remember these little LoRa radios that I had?
Yeah.
So somebody took and is running AX25 over top of LoRa. So I cannot for the life of me get these to gate into APRS system, but they're supposed to be able to gate into the APRS system. And then you can send messages all over the place. It sort of follows you around.
Now that would be cool, because if you had that on there, that would extend your range tremendously.
Yeah, but for the life of me, I've been messing with this thing for 2 weeks now, and I cannot figure out how they're getting it to gate into the system. But I'll figure it out eventually. But that's what I've been doing lately, is just playing with ham radio junk.
Yeah. You got all patriotic t-shirt on there and stuff.
Yeah. Big old eagle. Patty wanted me to wear my Cheez-It shirt, but it was way too hot to wear my Cheez-It shirt.
So we got our air conditioning system inspected today by the city. They subcontract that out. So there's some guy that does it for like Southwest Ohio, and he does multiple cities. And he came through and did a drive-by.
Did he take a look at the furnace?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
He said they did a good job.
All right. See, you got gas there, all right, and a little electricity, all right. The AC has just got electricity and it's fused. So he's not paying too much attention to the AC unit. He's paying a lot of attention to that gas.
Well, he looked at the outdoor unit and he pulled the disconnect.
Right.
And inspected that area because that's a fire hazard area. And he came down, he looked. Yeah, looks like he was mostly electrical. I would say he's an electrical guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you never know.
So why did you have it inspected anyway? Is this a new unit?
Yeah, I just replaced the old unit.
Oh, so this is like a building inspection.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then
Okay.
it's like having Kenny had his deck inspected. That's deck, DECK, inspected by the city. The city requires that. If you build a new deck or you modify a new deck, you got to have it by the city.
Well, not only did I have the homeowners association inspection, Deerfield Township inspection, and Warren County inspection. All three of them had to be paid.
Are you sure you're not in California? Are you sure? That sounds like California or New York City.
Because the deck is attached to the house through the band that goes around, okay? So they consider it an attachment. So if you don't attach your deck, then you don't have to do all that. But I did. But I put my own air conditioning in, and I put my own furnace in, and nobody came out to inspect it.
What turn you in?
They only inspect if you pull a permit.
That's true, and I didn't pull a permit.
If you didn't pull a permit, they won't inspect it.
Ah.
However, when I replaced the hot water heater, okay, I went, because I saw a sticker that said Warren County on it, inspected by Warren County. I went to the Warren County and they said that cost you $250 if you wanted to get it licensed for installation. And we'll come out and inspect it at the end. We'll put our sticker on and you'll get $200 back. So that had to be inspected. That's a pressure vessel.
Oh, okay.
That's why that's inspected. But yeah, it's gas and it's a pressure vessel, so it could go boom. So that's why they want that inspected. Yeah, it's all good. I got my money back, most of it. But yeah, I went one-on-one, so the same size water heater that was there is the one I put back in. So there was no real piping needed, nothing needed, just to scoot the old one out, scoot the new one in. So it was straightforward.
Cool. Here's the trend this week. This doesn't include today. It includes yesterday's data, I think. So we're leveling out, maybe going slightly negative. We'll see. And book of the month. We got a new book of the month. Yay. Robert B. Parker's Grudge Match. Anybody who's read any of his stuff, it's part of his series. This is the Lady Silverstein or whatever it is. It's somebody she knows is the lead on this. It's a female lead this time. A pretty good book. People that read Robert Parker. And the news today, the news this week, they're talking about that mid-band. US is going to free up 100 megahertz of mid-band spectrum for 5G. And we talked about that last week some, how they're not going the full high-end on everything. They're doing 5G on a mid-band, and some people are already doing mid-spectrum stuff, it looks like. I put a little explanation here to kind of give you an idea what the article's about. They're talking about massless electrons in phase change materials provides next step to future electronics. And this, some art stuff, looks like germanium.
Germanium, antimony, tellurium. It's an intermetallic compound.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to use a 3D version of that, and it can be put on a 1 or 2 layer atomic layer, which would mean very high density. What all that means, I don't know, but it sounds like a very high density storage capacity may be here in the future. If you could do that on graphene, that would be way cool. And the last one, this last thing, we have a millennial warning here. 5G good reference information, how 5G works, pros and cons. That's a YouTube video, and it's very good. It gives you the big picture about what the heck's going on and why they have, what's good about 5G, high band 5G. They have F1 and F2, he's saying. F2 is the high frequency section, and F1 will be the mid band. And it's like what I was saying, it sounds like the high band stuff, you have to have nodes everywhere to get coverage. And that's going to be in the cities. And if you're in the boonies, you have to have nodes everywhere. So they're probably going to use the mid band to cover the non-metro areas. And if you get 5G, the real 5G full high frequency, that's going to be, you're going to have a lot of nodes in your area. You're going to have to be right out, you got to have a node right outside your door, they're saying, to get 5G, the high frequency stuff, the high throughput stuff. But they're saying the mid band has much better coverage than the high band. The mid range has much better coverage than the high band, but the throughput's less. And the coverage areas for full 5G high band will be relatively small. It's not going to be everywhere. So a very good article. The guy who pops up and starts talking to you, you have to get over how he looks, though. He's kind of scroungy looking. And here's the Wix. We talked about the personal video recorder. There it is. That was July 23rd.
Okay.
And the air purifier with ultraviolet light, that's there, July 27th. Hero Junior project is July 27th. The 40-meter handheld digital meter laser distance rangefinder is July 30th. And this is extend your Wi-Fi coverage with a wireless access point. That's up there. And the watch thing is also up there, and it's original, and it has an additional watch, the later watch. I went back and looked at the Q1S watch. The one I have is no longer available. It looks like somebody might have got in trouble for software and
far left on North Main Street. It's like
Ray's here. We're under a minute right now, so.
We'll check in with you next one, okay?
All right, that sounds like Ray.
Yeah,
Hey,
Ray's-
I was hitting my horn as I went past your house, Jim. See y'all later.
Oh, glad you dropped by. It's a Ray doing a drive-by.
I hit the horn when I went
didn't
past
see-
your house just 2 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. We're unconscious at this.
Hang up on these guys.
Oh, we're used to that.
We're almost done anyway.
So we go to the other link.
Yep. Here in about now.